So I was just talking to a government leader just before we did this show, and I said, get on top of the noise, number one. Have a strategic framework. What are the 2 or 3 things that you think are fundamental that you need to accomplish to anchor yourself in this world? Delegate down to others. All the other things, and just keep an ear open if they're having trouble, but stay focused on the 3 big priorities that are fundamental to the survival of your business. And then just deal with the fact that we have left the world of probability behind. We are in a moment where the world is reorganizing itself, for good or for bad, but it's reorganizing. It's restructuring, to use corporate language. And you're in the world of possibility. And you have to lead through that. You can't use the old playbook because it will wipe you out if you do.
Yeah, to build on that, what I advise leaders that I talk to in government, business, or politics is really think about scenarios.
Yes.
And you have to think about probabilities, and it's an imprecise science, but it's more a mental discipline of sitting down with a piece of paper and imagine your company or department 6, 12, or 18 months out. What are the different scenarios with it? What about a world where inflation becomes rampant and your workforce becomes destabilized because Canadian housing has what do you do in that scenario? What do you do in a non-inflationary scenario? Because that scenario could out too. So try to think of the broader, bigger scenarios. Sit down and in your mind, equip your mind with the ability to acknowledge that there are multiple futures. You're not in control of them. None of us are. But at least by thinking them through, I think the future becomes less scary because you begin to have a sense of, okay, if things develop this way, I can see a list of responses and actions against that scenario and against that scenario. I personally do this in my own businesses, and I find it very empowering.
Yeah. No, I think that's exactly right. And I would add just one more.
Yeah.
When you have those 2 or 3 possible worlds, what's the pathway to get there? To each of those possible worlds. You have to be able to imagine a pathway to each of those 3 possible worlds, and then you reverse engineer back.